Welcome, welcome, beautiful friends all around the world and all souls who tuned in today to this beautiful sacred meeting and sharing of some profound wisdom. Welcome to the Sirius Gateway opening, which started officially today. But of course, those who are maybe more sensitive, it is already been a build up through yesterday towards today and will last till around the 8th of July. So this beautiful portal, this opening, this gateway, most of you know that we are very much connected with Sirius through historical ways, ancient wisdom through not only Egypt, but many other ancient, beautiful souls and tribes around the world. And that's why we've been somehow called today to just share a little bit deeper around that. How does this beautiful portal, which is now open for the whole collective, for this beautiful earth, is truly affecting us, our growth? As we know that Sirius is as well a beautiful spiritual sun for us, and this is as well what we're gonna tap into and share just a little bit more around that. But let me as well introduce you, my dear friends and soul family from around the globe, I could say now, my co-hosts, and greetings first of all to Egypt, to Giza, and to Syed Adli from the beautiful Golden Light Journey. Hello, hello, Syed.
Hello,
Welcome. And as well, of course,
welcome.
Paul Dobree-Carey to the UK. Hello, Paul. So this beautiful opening, as mentioned, it is pretty much an anchoring of high frequent energy light codes, which are actually just supporting our expansion of the spiritual level and consciousness level of ourself, and truly supporting like that the evolution to our next stage. And therefore, I would like to just open now the mic, the stage, and invite as well, firstly, Syed, if you would from your side just a little bit explain what is for you this gateway and Sirius and the connection to Egypt.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. The series for me, or Cyrus, whatever you say, stars, it is very special. Why is very special? Because my camel is named Sirius. Inside deep of the Great Pyramids, deep is connection with Cyrus also. And Cyrus for me, it is the home of Osiris in the paradise. To every soul after this life to go to next life, then everyone will go to their home of Osiris, Sirius. And also today it is very higher frequency, very higher energy. Like I feel all is clean, body inside or outside is clean. Also, the temperature is hot. It's not normal hot today in Egypt. This is mean we receive it. All codes, all knowledge from Cyrus get, and many people from now at couple of days will feel how they change it inside the body of them or around them about the energy, about the frequency. And from here, from Giza Pyramid Plateau, the home of Sirius, home of Osiris, we are very feel it about all these codes, about all this knowledge. And from here, I send my love and my light of pyramid and reflection of the light of pyramid, because as we say always, the Great Pyramid is between the horizon, and the Great Pyramid's connection with Cyrus. Second one, as we say before, is with Venus, then shiny to be shiny, and I will give my word to everyone. to be shiny, not just from outside, but from inside. Really, it changes, it will come, but we have to need to be patient, and we have to trust the truth way. And from here, I send my love to everyone around Mother Gaia. Love and light from Giza Peloton. Thank you.
Thank you, Syed. Very beautiful for this opening. It feels truly like a ceremony of remembrance, ancient with modern in oneness right now, right here around the globe, and all who are listening. So, Paul, how would you perceive this gateway, which is, of course, happening every first week of the July, returning when actually Cyrus connects and aligns with our sun, and of course, this streams then into the earth.
Thank you, Gaby. Thank you, my brother, Syed. We see the rising of Sirius each year. It's an annual event. And first of all, we have to look at, originally, at the time of ancient Kemet, the importance of Sirius, the importance of the stars and the planets to indicate what was happening on Earth. So the rising of Sirius above the horizon always marked the point of the flooding of the Nile, the inundation of the Nile, and bringing the birth waters over the land to produce the crops, without which Egypt would be a desert, and without which there would be no crops to feed the population. So it was extremely important that a good year meant the rising of the Nile and the production of the crops, without which the pharaoh wasn't held in high esteem. In other words, it was up to the job of the pharaoh to ensure that the Nile rose each year. That's an important point, as Syed would agree. So the population looked to their pharaoh that the Nile would come each year and provide for the crops. So it's a very, very tangible feeling that even today, within our own DNA, the opening of Sirius is something that we feel. It's something that we feel within. And it's said it's heat. It's a heat feeling. Right? Now, we've seen from the sun over the last couple of days, a large X-ray flare that's come from the sun, which is extra energy going into the sun, causing these eruptions that occur. But what's interesting with this one, as the flare occurred, it was sucked back by the sun. That normally gets thrown out into space, but this one went out and got pulled back again. So that's a message yet to come. All right, that's not arrived. So we're going to have a look at what is Sirius when we look at it alongside the Earth. It's a binary star system. The Earth and Sirius spin around each other in space. And these two also, while they're turning around each other, rotating around each other, are connected to what's called the grand central sun, called Alcyone, part of the Pleiades. All right, so this is the connection that's between them. We're going to have a look at the importance of what Sirius is to us on Earth. And primarily, that's connected with DNA. It's primarily connected with, after the fall of Atlantis, some of the beings that moved out, the 12 tribes that moved out into Kemet and other places around the planet, took that DNA out into the human population in order to create the great civilizations of old. Now, so Sirius is very much a place of identity, of establishing DNA, establishing ego, and building it into the human psyche, building it into the human body. And we see that in the forms of many creatures that we see on the planet: the felines, the canines, the avians or the carrion, the birds, the cetaceans, which are the dolphins, the whales, the manatee, the dugong, the Merkaba, mer people, mermaids, all right, that come from Sirius. So originally, Sirius was a place of diversification, creating separate identities, and in time building the ego. So we see at this point, that energy, if we're ready and prepared to receive the energy, it can become overpowering. So we have to be prepared for it each year. When we have a look at, say, the felines, We look at the diversification, the differences that occur just in the felines. I'm pretty sure everyone knows the difference between a lion and a tiger, or a tiger and a pussycat, the little pussycat, especially if there's one on the end of your bed, all right? But if I showed you 10 tigers next to each other, you might be hard pushed to decide which one was from another. How to identify one lion from another, one tiger from another, okay? And it's the same with the birds. It's the same with the dogs. You know the difference between a Chihuahua, the really small one, and say a Great Dane, the very large one. But if you put 10 Chihuahuas together, could you tell the difference? You'd have to learn their ego, their personality, to be able to tell the difference. But when it comes to human, you're not going to find another version of you walking down the street. Wherever you go, there's only one Gaby. There's only one Syed. There's only one of anybody's watching. You're not going to find another version of you. And therefore, we have to learn that on Earth, when it comes to the human, as opposed to any other planetary system, that we are unique in every way. Your perception of the world, how you feel about things, your personality, everything that you are is completely unique to anyone else on the planet. There is not another version of you. And that is what the Sirian energy comes to remind you. What are you going to do with that unique perception of creation that you are? How are you going to bring that to the world? And how are you going to bring that message of everything that you are into this world? And that's, what, again, what the Sirian energy represents. Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you, Paul. Wonderful summary for the begin to explain a little bit more about this amazing planetary system. To share from my perspective, it's as well truly supporting everything what is rather in this higher we could say like chakra systems, yes, because it's really our galactic connection. And if we say galactic, of course, it's not only Sirius, but I feel it pretty much with the third eye and as well, actually, even higher chakras too. And as we are now expanding like the collective in our consciousness, it's then almost like giving us the next notch of next version of freedom of expansion. This means like freedom of new ways of thinking, which is of course as well perception then of how we see it. So for me, it's connected when we say our belief system, our thinking, and as well the third eye, because it allows us to look beyond those veils and allowing us that our belief system is not just having us caught in that reality which we are seeing here. So it is as well a reminder from our star collective family that we are becoming every moment, every year, more and more actually galactic citizens. And therefore I feel that it's really like penetrating our pineal gland, and as well how we perceiving then more and more the reality we are living in. And with the new perception, we of course are becoming much more different version, not only of self, of the human we are, next version of the solar human, but as well how we are creating. So we are then more and more expanding in our mind frame, and it's becoming then really a brighter spectrum of consciousness. And that's how I feel pretty much with this opening and with those days, this portal, this beautiful galactic waves, and how already you as well, Paul and Syed, mentioned that this star, this DNA remembrance in us is just starting to light up and more bring all those even abilities. What does it mean to become more and more conscious human being, but as well being actually that galactic cosmic consciousness in this human being we are. So this part I would like to share. And Syed, would you say that now, as you're actually pretty much next to the pyramids, do you feel that it's like even energetically, not just within you, but as well outside of you? For example, if you walked yesterday, today around the pyramids, do you feel
Yeah.
some shift?
Yes. Really, it is from beginning of these months, 2, 3 days ago, especially as today, the energy it was very different at before, and what I receive it is like cleaning all the body, cleaning outside the body, even cleaning around you, as like shaft, as like microwave to take all from inside our body, from our physical body. uh, and really the energy in the pyramid, it is very special for me, because me as uh, fish, if I'm go outside from pyramids, I will, my soul will going. Then really always pyramid is support me, myself, the energy of the pyramid, the energy of Sirius, and also support all around me. Then all is blessed, all is love, what it will come to us, but we have to trust about love, and we have to say our key is love. Because we are all in a big world, but we are also in a small world. But also we have our world, our heart, our temple. From there, we can open it, every secret, even serious. Get, if you are trust, you will be there, you will be there. And it's very important connection with the Great Pyramid. Then the Great Pyramid now is reflection for the energy for our cosmos, as the second pyramid reflection of the light for our human. Then yes, from Giza Pyramid Plateau, very, very different energy, and I am very, very proud and grateful about all I receive it from codes. And yes, this is not normal energy as before. And also, step by step, at the end of these years, the energy will be more higher frequency. Also, the joy, the love, it will return to many humans. Then from here, yes, it change it, serious, get it very different. These years, especially, more than different of other years. Then from here, from Giza, we send it our love, and remember Egypt, open it your heart. Without love, you can't open it, even your door room in your home. Love and light for everyone. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Said. Wonderful. Said so. Paul, can you just hop
Yeah.
in with the information as referring the Ankh, as some are saying it's a symbol as well coming from Sirius. What would you say to that?
Well, I would just want to touch on what Sai was saying on about the heart, firstly, if I may. So that's just such an important part. The energy is clearly tangible for most individuals at the moment, whether they can explain it or not. The reason being it's a higher frequency. A higher frequency that's unknown to us is going to try and find a way through us. In particular, the energy that's cosmic energy that's coming from outside of our solar system, from Sirius through the sun, and then the sun transmutes that to us in the form of light, and that's how we feel it. So in particular, this is working on energy that's outside of the body. In other words, the energy field that exists around us. Most individuals are used to knowing about the 7 chakras that run from the body: the roots, the heart, the anahata, muladhara, the roots, the ajna. But if we expand that further to energy fields that exist around the body, what's called the toroidal sphere, then we've got, in particular, when you look at some of the ancient Egyptians, Akhenaton, Nefertiti, they have this form of elongated skull, where the back of the head is extended. And this was at that particular time, the royalty held the soul star chakra within the body. It was held at the base of the back of the head. Now, we don't have that now based on the fall after the Atlantis. We lost that ability to access that particular chakra. So the energy beyond that was what's called the causal, the soul star, and in particular, the highest form of energy that we can receive in physical form in the human body is actually what's called the star gateway or the stellar gateway, which is an energy that's about a couple of feet above the head and brings in a higher energy around us. And that is what we're feeling at the moment. Now, we're not used to that. The physical body is not used to that. So we feel like our bodies are being stretched and pulled. There's dizziness and vertigo and just a feeling of not feeling grounded, just a feeling of not being part of the earth. It's almost like you're visiting and you're floating. So it's very much a detachment. So it's very important to bring that energy down through the heart and ground it to be part of this planet again. This is the temple of flesh in which we will hold the energy of the ascension. So it's very important as we experience this, I won't say new energy, but it's new to us. It's new to us as individuals, not to the soul, yes, but it's new to us as individuals. And it's our job to ground that on one, the reason why Egypt is so dominant in those energies is because of the pull that the pyramids have with this energy as well. They're designed to pull in that energy. So Egypt will you can tangibly feel that energy when you're around the pyramids. And so it's particularly important to ground that by going to sacred places such as the pyramids, particularly at this time, in order to experience that energy and to ground it. So, a trip to Egypt is a must. You could say the call to Mecca, the call to Egypt is a must for many individuals going through that journey at this point, and going to Egypt and grounding this energy in and getting used to that energy, because it will be the way forwards. Not everybody will take that route. Not everybody will want to be able to hold higher energy, because it creates change. It creates chaos. It moves us on from what we've done onto where we're going. And if somebody wants a fixed and rigid, life on this planet, they're going to find it more and more difficult going forwards, because change will become, the feminine energy will be introduced to us, so we'll have to move forward. So make your trip to Egypt. Yes, Syed, make that trip to Egypt to bring that energy through and into the heart. Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you. And would you still like to mention a little bit about the Ankh?
Well, okay. I know you mentioned that. I will be talking a lot more about Ankh in detail as we go through this particular month. The Ankh introduces to us the means by which the light reaches us, and the message of light language, the message of cosmic knowledge that reaches us. This was shown by Akhenaton and Nefertiti, and that the Ankh was given through the rays of the sun, what was called the Aten. And I'm going to go into more detail another time, if I may. But it's the means by which the energy is transferred to us in a geometric form, that all light is carried in frequency, and frequency carries information, right? Information. It's up to us to create form from information. So what do we do with it? When we receive the light of Aten, when we receive the light of the sun, how are we going to manifest that on earth? How are we going to recognize it? How are we going to bring it forwards? And the Ankh provides the key, the pathway to the soul, to be able to bring a form of recognition of what's coming through us, our own cosmic knowledge, through the soul and into this world. All right. So that's an ongoing part of our ascension, to bring the purpose, the meaning of the soul into this world through us, our personality, our identity, our means of manifesting into this world. And things like this, us getting together, us creating these forms of videos and speaking about this, enables it to become the voice of the soul, so that others can hear and find out their own connection with this as well.
Thank you, Paul. Yes, completely resonating and agreeing. And I would like just to mention that as we are now in this gateway, and today is the opening, there's always as well a kind of peak. And on the 6th, so in 2 days, I'm as well offering together with Paul, particularly a Sirian Gateway transmission. And in that transmission, we're gonna, in about an hour longer, tune completely into that frequency of that open gateway and bring in, because Paul said it exactly right, we are here as those trees, as those conduits, and we are here creating new worlds by bringing and anchoring in new information, new light, which of course is then triggering more love because it comes through our heart portal, higher sacred heart, connected with the information flow from our higher self, which is as well coming through the higher sacred mind. And that, of course, we can go into detail. It's always those two flowing. If it's now from the Ankh, from the Kundalini, from the DNA, everything is like a dance together. Yes, and that's why I'm inviting you on Thursday, but I'm as well feeling I would like to bring a few codes through also now for those who are listening today. So just to tune in for some moments, I'm inviting you to just place your hand or just tune into your beautiful heart. And we're gonna make a few deep breaths. Inhale and exhale with a clear intention that we're going to receive now through the already open Sirian Gateway. Beautiful light codes coming directly from this cosmic stream today in the here and now. Ark tashna aiti akaya shalaya tanayaka akaya shuru untra he kiatana halaya akuyu sharikana isayatana haiktoa eoaka ashnariata a teki iru ushuru alahala a eanakita senkriata noayata ishurutua ektarata ishutuaka shiintratayata seyatara kito yotto shuarakata eshi antayanakete ek antre she a shuata sekniata and just feel into the vibration for a moment as I feel the messages coming clearly through. Expansion of understanding. There is less and less separation between all the tribes, physically, earthly, cosmically, becoming again one family and that one collective field. Yes, and this is exactly the expansion of our mind, thought form, new geometries for our thought forms. And this is as well triggering our higher understanding, which is coming, yes, beloveds, through the higher sacred heart, because only there we're going to understand what it means to really become connected again without judgment. Yes, and this is exactly this higher cosmic oneness consciousness of understanding there is only one and nobody is excluded. That's still the learning process, which is already an ongoing expansion through your mind form, less in tiredness, more in openness. Yes, higher consciousness anchoring through your heart. Thank you for this beautiful stream to our cosmic family. As I am a multidimensional cosmic channeler, earthly channeler, and quantum healer, I can tap into those different consciousness fields and just bring through light language, which is as well a language of oneness of our heart, which understands completely through time and space those vibrations. So we are not going through the process of our mind to understand those. And that's as well connected with the remembrance of our, yes, cosmic state of being. So it is. Thank you for that. Syed, would you like for the closing of our beautiful wisdom circle bring forth some invitation? Why would people would like to visit your amazing journeys, sacred journeys?
Welcome. Welcome to Egypt, always. And this is our home for all of us. And remember the delicious energy. The energy, it feels delicious. This is mean abundant. This is mean love. This is mean welcome to Egypt, to everyone. And really Egypt, it changed many people, changed many souls, changed many humans. Then always my home open for everyone around Earth. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Beautiful. And just to let everyone know, I myself had as well witnessed the beautiful hosting of beloved Syed, so I was there visiting. And just know it is beyond a trip. It's truly coming back to your own self-realization, already being there where everything in Egypt is portal next to portal. Yes, it opens a lot. And we know, or I can say now for you in your name, Syed, that Syed is as well a key holder of this sacred wisdom. So it's beyond just that you're going to be hosted and brought to those sacred places, but he will truly share deep soul wisdom with you.
Yes, and I'm ready for longer, for many life, not just in this life, but I'm from many life. And what make me more exciting, there are many Western start living Egypt, start by house, start by places and live in Egypt. This is mean successful. This is mean return back to the home. Then welcome to everyone. And our work or our tour is not tour, but we are a family. And we are care everyone as a family. This is mean is not business or tour, but we are a family, connection to each other, completed to each other, and rise to each others. Then welcome always to everyone.
Beautiful.
Open your heart to Egypt.
Thank you.
There we are.
Welcome.
And as well,
Yes, Paul,
dear,
Habibi.
and as well,
Yes, Paul is a good.
dear Paul is as well, if I may mention, conduit for very high frequent cosmic streams as well. So if you feel that you just need as well some support regarding opening up to your galactic and higher self understanding, being this physical body as well in your daily life through the 3D, 4, 5D, and so on, he surely can as well with his beautiful one-on-one sessions support you there. And as well, of course, welcome on Thursday to our transmission where we're going to bring much more codes through. And as well, otherwise, I'm as well open for supporting you on any kind of level. But Paul, would you like to share for disclosure a few more words, whatever you feel Sirius would like to bring through you?
I'm happy. I just to reiterate on what you both said, that opening to the experience of the ascension process, and to embody what is coming through, not to be afraid to let it out, not to be afraid of following your own identity that's following a form of destiny from within, not a destiny in that everything's laid out ahead of you, but destiny in that you feel that you're connected with something greater than yourself that's ready to come through you and into this world. Just building that confidence or that awareness, that courage, the courage of the lion's gate that's to come, to bring that identity that you created within the Pleiades, within Sirius, to be here at this point as an incarnation of the soul, at the time of the planetary ascension in order to become what you were destined to become, what you set out on that journey so long ago in order to become on the earth at this time. All right. So it's opening to that. And so only the key to that, the ankh, of course, but through the heart, opening up to the love within and bringing that into the world, becoming the love personified into this world. Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you, Paul. And yes, of course, we could discuss so much more and so much longer. We just tapped a little bit into that, but just really we felt the call to bring that cosmical understanding closer to that human form of understanding, because it is moment after moment more and more merging. And this merging is actually that call that we don't need to fear the strong influences of those streams of light, of codes, of flares, and all of that, but try to understand that even if there are, of course, symptoms, ascension symptoms, physical, tiredness, all sorts, that we still trust that we already are built for our next version and the next and the next, because this is what we could say we are, that living flame, that living source, constantly experiencing new version of self. And that's including then all those changes of those frequencies, of those different elements within and outside. And suddenly we will be one with the heat, one with the sun, one with this change what the water brings and show us what it means, this quality. And as well, one with what are our beautiful higher aspects, cosmic aspects, Syrian family, other families are bringing us through to just support us with our new, old tools, whatever, as well Paul said, at one point it's actually not new, but just new embodied with this amazing, amazing physical body, which has so much intelligence, and we should just try to drop into our body more and trust it, because it is already equipped to become that walking source we are. So with that said, again, thank you for my beautiful conversation co-hosts, Syed to Egypt, Giza, Paul to UK, and as well, welcome on the 6th of July, 6 p.m. UK time. We're gonna below as well put the link then for that transmission, so you can really bath in that codings for this higher consciousness expansion of your spiritual body, yes, to even more understand that there is a bright path ahead of us in this strong transmutation we are walking through now. Thank you so much from Slovenia, Paul.
Thank you.
Syed. Thank you so much.
Masalama.
Much love to all. Bye.
To everyone.